in the QBO gym, and this is where we have numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do an entire month's worth of these all on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. But let's get into today's exercise, which is being pulled from our August Year 1 strength training section where we really focus on tags. At the top here is an animated video to give you an understanding of what you, the bookkeeper, will be doing for your client Craig this month. Below that is an interactive pre-assessment quiz that relates to the video up above. Below that are the exercises in this section. And at the bottom here is an optional area where after you have gone through all of the exercises in this section, you will unlock some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everyone what you have learned so far. So let's get into today's exercise where we are going to practice batch tagging money in and money out transactions. Go ahead and click on that link to have the exercise pulled up for you. I have it here on the right side of my screen, so let's read through the scenario. So far, you have set up 3 tags: landscape maintenance, snow removal, and design build for Craig. You can tag new invoices as you create them, but you may also want to tag other pre-existing invoices and expenses to give Craig a better idea of where things stand for the year so far. Now, you will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you did the previous exercises in. If you have not completed those yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to the first exercise, complete that one and the one after that, and then come back to this one. They all build on each other, so it's really important to start with that first one. I have the exercise here, or excuse me, the sample company here on the left side of my screen. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. Now, tagging each invoice and expense one at a time will take way too long. Fortunately, Craig provided you with a list of customers and vendors and the tags that should be applied to the transactions associated with them. You will need Craig's list to help determine the proper tag for each transaction. Prior to completing this exercise, click the button under the animated video in the strength training section to download it. So if I go back here to the gym here, if I scroll to the top, here's the animated video, and then below that is this button that says Craig's List. Go ahead and click on that button to download that list, and then once you open it up, this is what it will look like. He has broken down how each of these customers will be based off of what their services have been. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the exercise. First thing we want to do is click on See All Untagged Transactions. That is right here on this. Go ahead and click on that, and you will see all of the transactions that have not been tagged. So we're going to tag some of Craig's invoices first, and then in a future step, you will tag some expenses. For reference, Craig has given you a list of customers and the type of transactions that they generate, as you can see right here. So we're going to click on filters. Let's do that first. That is over here on the left side. And then in the type field, we're going to click the down arrow and then select money in. So this type at the top, we're going to click on that, click money in, and then go ahead and click on apply. And this way we are breaking it down so that we're only seeing the money in invoices. So using Craig's List as a reference, we're going to tag the first 4 transactions that correspond with design build. So we're going to be looking specifically at this one here. So to the immediate left of each money in transaction that corresponds to the design build customer, we're going to click on each checkbox. So for this exercise, we're just going to select the first 4 transactions. And that's not the first 4 transactions that are here. It's the first 4 that are related to the names right here. You'll see what I mean. So the first one here is Mark Cho, which actually is here in this design build customers list. So we're going to click on that checkbox there. And then let's see, we have Freeman Sporting Goods. They are not on this list. So let's go back. We see Sunshine Family Store, and they are here. So we're going to click on the checkbox next to them. And then we have Geeta. So let's see if we can find her on this list. And we do. She is right here in that design build customers. Go ahead and click on that. Randano Fruit, and I don't know what else is on there. I don't see their name right here. So let's keep looking. We have Wise Cough Consulting. So let's take a look and see if we find them there. Yes, there they are. It is those 4. So we're going to click on all 4 of those boxes. We could continue on through the rest of it, but it would be a lot. So for the purposes of this exercise, we're just selecting those first 4 that are there. All right, so now we're going to scroll back up to the top and we're going to click on Update Tags and then select Add Tags. And for this one, they are the design build. So we're going to click into this and you will see it. You can either start typing design build or you can just click into it and you will see the list of tags here. For us, we only have a couple of tags, so it's really easy just to click and then find it. But if you had tons of tags as you're working on client books, you may want to type it in just to find it a little bit quicker by narrowing down that list. So go ahead and click on Design and Build, and then we're going to click on the green Apply button. And now we're going to use the list that Craig provided to tag some of the landscape maintenance transactions. So that would be this list down here. So to the immediate left of each money in transaction that corresponds to the landscape maintenance customer, we're going to click on each checkbox. Again, we're only going to do the first 4 since we have a whole huge list here. Let's just keep it simple for the purpose of this exercise. So the first one here is Freeman Sporting Goods. I do not see them on this list, so let's move on to the next one. We have Rondano Fruit, and I'm not sure what the rest of the name is, vegetables, and here it is under that landscape maintenance. So let's go ahead and click on the checkbox next to them. We have Pies Cakes is the next one. So let's see if we can find them. Yep, there they are right there. So we're going to click on the checkbox next to theirs. We have Paulson Medical Supplies. Let's see if they are on this list. They are not, so let's skip over them. Then we have Sushi by Katsuyuki. So let's find if we can find or see if we can find them. And there they are right there. So let's click on their name. And then we have Red Rock Diner. Let's go ahead and see if we can find them. And they're the last one there on that list. So let's click on the box next to them. And now we have those 4 transactions that have been selected. Let's follow the same steps that we did before. We're going to click on Update Tags, and then we're going to click on Add Tags. And when you get that pop out there, we're going to click into that field and find landscape maintenance. So click into that box and you can see it pop up here. Once again, you can always type it in to try to find it, narrow down that list. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it and then go ahead and click on the green Apply button. And now those tags or those transactions have disappeared because we have now tagged them. Remember, we're looking at all of the untagged transactions here on this list. All right, so now that we have tagged the money in transactions, let's go ahead and tag some of Craig's money out transactions. Let's go back to that filter. So click on that. And then in the type field, we're going to click the down arrow and then this time select money out transactions. So let's go ahead and click on apply so that we are only seeing those type of transactions now. And here they are. And once again, we're going to use the list that Craig provided to tag the design build money out transactions. So let me scroll back here. That is this one right here. So just as we did before, we're going to, on the immediate left of each money out transaction that corresponds to a design build vendor, we're going to click on each of those check boxes. And once again, for the purposes of this exercise, we're just going to do the first 4. So our first one right here is for Squeaky Clean Car Wash. Let's see if they are there. They are not, so let's keep moving on. We have Hicks Hardware is the next one listed, and there they are. They are the first one on this list, so let's click on the checkbox next to them. We have Bob's Burger Joint. So let's see if they are here. They are not. So let's move on. There is a Squeaky Clean here, but we know from that first one that they are not on that list. So let's skip over them and keep going on. We have Tanya's Nursery right here. So let's look in here and there's Tanya's right there, the last one there. So let's click on the checkbox next to their name. We have Robertson and Associates. They are not on this list. So let's keep going. We have two more for Hicks Hardware, which we know from this first transaction that they are here on this list. So let's click on both of those transactions. And now we have 4 listed right here. Once again, we need to update and add those tags. So click on Update Tags, click on Add Tags. And then in the tag field, we want to either start typing design and build, or we can just see that it is right here once we click into the box. Go ahead and select it once you find it, and then go ahead and click on the green apply button. And now those transactions have disappeared because again, they have been tagged. This is only untagged that we are seeing. So now that you have tagged all the transactions, remember Craig hasn't started snow removal services, so he doesn't have any transactions for that tag. We're going to return to the main tag page. So let's click on all tags. It's right here on the top left corner. And here we are back to that page. Now let's take a moment and review how the tags screen has changed. In the lower right-hand corner, note that you have tagged 13 transactions, 12 in this exercise and then 1 from the first exercise that we did in the strength training section. In the money out section, you can see that the total dollars spent in the design build materials, or excuse me, on design build materials right here. But what's going on with this money in transactions section? Even though you tagged a bunch of invoices, why is the money not showing up here? Well, in the money in tile, this is currently set to include only transactions that use ungrouped tags. So we need to fix this. Mariana, in the upper right hand corner of the money in box, we're going to click on ungrouped. Now I know that this doesn't look like it just says a U. If your screen was fully expanded, you would see ungrouped, but because mine is shortened because of the exercise here on the right side, it's just showing it as a U. So go ahead and click on that once you find it. You'll see that it's currently selected as ungrouped. We want to instead select services. And once you do, you will see that the money in total is now being displayed, as is the amount of money in for each particular tag. You'll notice that the default time period is this year, but you could use the drop down to select a different range if desired. So currently it is saying this year. If for whatever reason you're not able to see all of this information here, the sample company is always changing their dates. And so if you're doing this at the very beginning of the calendar year, like in January, you may not see all of this data. So you would want to select all dates anyways. But everything here is listed, is fine just because we are doing this here in August, as I'm recording this video here in August. So that is why you can see all of this. But yeah, that is how you would see the breakdown of the money in and money out based on the tags and how you do batch assignment of them. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. We're going to continue on, and if you want to join, be sure to leave this session of the sample company open, as you will need it for the last exercise in the strength training section, where we practice running reports using tags. And I will see you in the next video.